Is it working?
I think it is.
Oh, there's a delay on my end.
Yeah, there always is. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Tourist Trek household. We're here. We're back home.
Yeah.
Got our Disney Cruise Line cup, Tervis cup, which is actually pretty cool. It's a good size.
I got my sloth today.
You got your sloth?
Nope,
oh, yeah, you
not
got your
today.
sloth.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
There it is.
We're here. What do you guys think? Did you guys enjoy our Disney Magic vacation? We thought we would do a live stream today.
Yeah.
Because we're still kind of finishing up. Well, we finished up editing the Disney Magic videos and ran out of time to go to the parks to go do a video for today. So we thought we would do a live stream where we just kind of talked about all things Disney Cruise Line, our recent trip on the Disney Magic, what's to come down the road. So I figured that's kind of what we were going to do today.
Yeah.
Obviously, anybody who drops a comment in the chat, we'll read it. We're reading it off her iPad here.
Yeah. So if you see me looking off to the side, and you can kind of see it in the corner there.
Yeah.
So.
Did everybody have a good... Did anyone change their hours? I know sometimes with daylight savings, some places observe daylight savings.
I wish we didn't.
Yeah, I know, right? Because we lost an hour spring forward. So it's lighter out later here in Orlando, which is a good thing.
I wish it would just stay this way. I hate the spring forward, and it always messes me up. So
yeah, so it's actually better for the parks, I think, because you have more light later into the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty cool.
So Laura says yes, very much. Love your vlogs.
Oh, thank you.
I think you're the one who sent the questions on Instagram too. Was
okay.
You? Yeah. So she asked on Instagram, what are the things you wish you knew before your trip?
Ooh.
Just how far Miami is.
Yeah, we'd never been out of the Miami port of Miami before. And that was definitely something we had to get used to. It was a longer drive. We're so used to having Port Canaveral right there. So that was a bit of a change, having to get up early enough, because I think we booked our embarkation time early in the day.
And you told me to do that.
Yes, we did early in the day because our goal was to get on the ship as early as possible, enjoy every minute of it. Because the Magic's one of those cruise ships that is hard for us to get on because it doesn't go out of Port Canaveral. And a lot of times they end up going to Europe and New York and Bermuda, and they go to very exotic, that ship goes to very exotic itineraries. So not very often we get to go on the Magic, so I wanted to enjoy every minute of it. We've got the Dream and Fantasy that always ports out of Port Canaveral, so that's always there for us. But the Magic's one of those tricky ones. It's hard. Same as the Wonder. Wonder is my elusive Grand Slam. My Grand Slam is the Wonder. But you did your Grand Slam, and you got the Spirit jersey to show for it. Check that out. The Magic. She got herself the Spirit jersey, so now you've only got one Spirit jersey missing.
Which is the Wonder, because they didn't have them back then. That wasn't a thing.
And then you're also missing the Wish when the Wish comes online. I would imagine they will have a Wish Spirit jersey.
I would hope so.
But they'll probably sell out real quick.
Yeah.
I would imagine. Did you see some of the Wish merchandise that they have that's on there?
Yeah.
So they kind of, for the people who go on the Maiden Cruise, we're not going on the Maiden Cruise, unfortunately, but those who are going on the Maiden Cruise got notified of like a pre-order list of some of the merchandise that they have for the Maiden Voyage. It actually looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Are you looking at Thomas?
Well, he was in the box, and now we have a box.
Yeah, we just went grocery shopping. We got a box, and he just loves to play in the box all day. But yeah, I mean, they've got some really cool merchandise that's going to be coming for the Disney Wish here soon. And speaking of the Wish, we kind of touched on at the end of the, Disney Magic Vlog 5, the 5th one, where we talked about how we actually had a back-to-back on the Disney Wish planned. I think it was like the second and third, or third and fourth sailings of that ship. And we thought it would be cool to just get off the ship and go right back on. And it was going to be a really cool surprise. But you might have heard the news that the Wish ended up getting postponed, or the Maiden Voyage did, and they canceled the first 12 sailings or something like that. And ours was a part of it. But when we looked at it, after we were sad initially, we looked at it and said, okay, this might be a good thing, because they offered cruise credits. So they gave us back our money in the form of a cruise credit. And then they said 50% off any future cruise. Now, since it was 2 sailings, we got it twice.
Yeah.
So we've got a 50% and a 50% that we can use. So we've already used one for a future Wish booking. So we do go on the Wish. It's not going to be the third or fourth sailing, but it is going to be one that we're going on. And then we're saving the other one for a future cruise, another future cruise. So the goal, hopefully, is to have at least 2 more good cruises before the end of the year. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the magic. If you did and you watched them all, let us know that how many you watched. If you watched them all, let us know in the comments below, and let us know what your favorite vlog was. What was your favorite?
Oh, I was going to do something fun.
What?
If you watched all the cruise vlogs, put the ship emoji.
Yeah, you can do the ship emoji down in the comments.
The ship emoji.
That way you tell us that you've watched all of them. They're pretty good. We posted the cruise tour not too long ago.
Yeah.
I think that was, Friday?
Some people said they missed our commentary, and
Yeah.
I said we ran out of time.
Yeah, we wanted to put some commentary on there, but then what was going on was when we used the GoPro to do the tour, and we noticed about halfway through they were doing a muster drill for the crew, and it was just loud and alarms, and I'm like, oh my god, this is not a good time to do commentary. So actually, it's funny because you can see me pointing in some of the clips, and that's me talking, but you can't hear it because we muted that and put music instead. And then I think halfway through we just said, you know what, forget it. We're just gonna do music.
Just walk it.
Just walk it. But yeah, it's a little bit different, a departure from what we did last time.
Yeah.
But
so we have lots of comments.
All right, go ahead.
So so people were talking about daylight savings. Yep, lost an hour of my weekend.
Not fun.
Nathaniel says hello. And then he said, your vlogs are always relaxing. And then Heather says, I wish they would just leave the times alone.
Yes. Why?
Drake the Dragon went on the Dream back in December. The
Cool.
Dream's good. Luke says hi. Laura and Nathaniel put the little ship emojis.
Yes.
Luke went on the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser.
Did you really? That's cool. That's
really
awesome.
cool.
We saw some of those videos that some of the other people posted on the Star Cruiser. The price still is a little high for me.
For me, I just I
Just
don't
think
know.
of all the actual cruises you can go on for that price.
And I am more of an introvert, even though YouTube has kind of changed that. But so that's a lot for me. I don't know. That's a lot.
There's no hot tubs on the Star Cruiser, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's the climate room. Nathaniel said, I enjoyed being able to see the anchor room. That's cool.
That was cool. And that was such a surprise too. We stumbled upon it. It's not, I feel like on the newer ships like the Dream and Fantasy, those are areas that you just don't ever see. But I do think that over time, and correct me if I'm wrong, I've never been on the Magic really before this, but maybe it's possible that racetrack that they have on deck 4 might have been a late addition, and by doing that, it caused them to go through there. I don't know, but I just thought it was really cool that we stumbled upon it. At first, I'm like, oh, should we be here?
Yeah.
But very cool. But they do close it off when you're porting, though.
When they throw the anchor
when they
out.
actually toss the anchor out, it is closed off. But we were at port when we walked through there. We were at Nassau, and you could actually see them doing some maintenance on which I thought was really cool. If you like that sort of stuff.
My mom and sister say hi. Hello.
Hello.
Well, there was another question. The part of that question that you kept ranting about.
Sorry.
What are your tips for first-time cruisers? Things not to miss and things that are skippable.
I'll let you take that. What do you think?
Not to miss is Palo.
Palo brunch.
I mean, unless you can't get a reservation.
Palo brunch was good. I've never done Palo dinner. We wanted to do Palo this time. We wanted to do something different. We wanted to do adventurous. I felt like I was a little bit more adventurous with
a little bit.
My food palette.
Not too much.
But Palo was really good. I when they started doing Palo brunch, I saw the menus and I was like, that looks good.
Yeah.
And it was. I enjoyed it. I definitely could do that over and over again.
What would be skippable? I don't even know. I feel like it's all what you make it to. If you're like, oh, this is boring, then it's going to be boring. So, I don't know.
So, for me, I would say, I should say for us, I think we're kind of in agreement, that the port of Nassau, we've been there. It's almost there every single cruise we go on.
But if it's your first cruise...
You should go.
You should go.
Check it out.
But after that... And they kind of like, like in the port, they kind of like haggle for your business, like, oh, come here.
Yeah,
like,
directly outside the port entrance can be a little annoying with some of the
if you're
people
not on
haggling.
an excursion,
Yeah.
they're like, come on in. And
But
you're like,
we did
no.
notice that when you do a Disney port adventure or an excursion, they kind of shield you from that. Like, you're really not.
It was more like when they drop you off, they kind of drop you off outside the port, and then you're kind of on your own.
Yeah. So that's the only downside with Nassau, is it can be a little crazy.
But that's with any port too.
Yeah, any port with tourists, I would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I would say Nassau is probably the one that you don't need to get. Once you do it once, you kind of done it. Mm-hmm. We did Atlantis. We like Atlantis. That was a cool resort to go check out. But once you do that,
definitely should go see Atlantis.
Yeah, you check it out and it's like, all right, cool. It's
like if I ever went to the Bahamas, I would want to stay at Atlantis. I want to go on that lazy river thing.
That did
not
look
so
cool.
lazy river.
That did look cool. I would say that. What was the other part of the question? What was something that it was
skippable and not to miss? That was it.
Okay. I'm trying to think of another thing that might be skippable. I was not a huge fan of Rapunzel's Royal Table.
Yeah.
The whole show.
You didn't like the food either.
The food was not my favorite, but I don't know. The day for me is very hustle and bustle, and you're doing this, you're moving on, doing something else, and then when you get to dinner. I've always liked the dinner because it's kind of a moment where you just kind of decompress. It's actually why a lot of the reasons why we don't ever really record dinner is because it's our opportunity to kind of just chill, eat some food. You get the opportunity to kind of reflect on the day, and you can't really do too much of that when there's like a show going on.
Yeah,
and banging on your table, and
apparently that's the
scaled down version.
Yeah.
Scaled down version. You're probably right.
I was right. I saw a comment.
Did you?
During the premiere. Brandon wasn't there for the premiere. I was there.
Yeah.
But yeah, she said it's a lot louder and there's 3 thugs instead of 2.
Nice. Yeah. So glad I didn't deal with that. But I could see where kids would enjoy that. Like if you're a kid and you really like the movie, Tangled, I could see where you would really enjoy that.
Yeah.
But
Nathaniel said, I would love to do a Hawaiian cruise and end off in Vancouver.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's another one that is on our bucket list of ones we would like to do. We'd like to do an Alaska cruise. Actually, fun fact, that was on the list of cruises we were going to do, but it was 5-6 months into the pandemic at that point, and there was nothing going on, but it was on. We had the time set aside for that, and we were going to go on it, and I really wanted to do an Alaska cruise. That is one of the things I really, really want to do, which is funny for you because you don't like the cold. So
no, but I'd still want to do it, and I'd be mentally prepared for that.
You'd be wearing your Spirit jersey.
And more than that.
Yeah,
I'd be buying one of them poofy coats.
Oh, the big parkas?
Yeah, or that one sweater that I have. Remember I bought that sweater for the cruise?
You did, yeah.
Yeah.
We were kind of already preparing for the possibility of going on an Alaska cruise. So, unfortunately, when the pandemic hit, we missed out on an 8-night cruise on the Fantasy, and we missed out on an Alaska cruise. But no worries. All those have been pushed forward. We've got credits and 50% off. So, I mean, at this point, we don't have to pay for a cruise for like 3 times. So, but yeah, we'll have a lot of cool cruise vlogs down the road.
But we do other stuff.
We do.
We're actually off this week.
Yep.
So
we're going to be doing some other things around Orlando, some of the theme parks. Kind of totally missed Festival of the Arts, but we did go to Festival of the Arts. It was during our kind of down season.
Yeah.
That was really fun. I think, what was it? We went after all the Figment popcorn buckets left.
Yes. But my friends got me the Figment spork because that's all I wanted. So I do have the Figment spork.
That's right, the Figment spork.
My friends got it for me.
Yep.
So I was super excited. My sister asked, because she's having a baby, she wants to know what age should you start Disney cruises with kids. So we don't have kids, but there are kids of all ages on that cruise ship.
Yeah, there is.
They have the Small World nursery for the wee little things.
Wee little things.
But I don't know, like, I mean, you are on a ship, I don't know, babies' immune systems are not the best thing ever.
Yeah.
So I probably would wait until, I don't know.
A little bit later.
I feel like 5 because
they'll appreciate it more.
Yeah. So, but they have the kids club. So if you want to drop your kid off and
You're probably
you know,
right.
relax.
Like, you could bring young kids on. However, I think they'll appreciate it more. And if you're spending the money for a Disney cruise, you want them to at least appreciate it, I think.
Okay.
So,
Sorry,
good question.
I was reading. I
no,
said
that's
okay.
a good question. That's a good question.
Yeah. RSTA space FSO says, we love your channel from the beginning, and we cruise this Saturday. What are some good
Sweet.
souvenirs and must-have merchandise?
Are you cruising on a Disney cruise, or are you just cruising in general? That's really cool. That's like right around the corner.
But, I mean, if you like spirit jerseys.
So she's all about the spirit jerseys. I like the polos. Because I can wear polos. I really love this shirt. I decided to wear it. I absolutely love this shirt. Captain Mickey.
Yeah.
I don't have a Captain Mickey shirt until I got this. That's why I like it.
And then I'd say like one of the Turvises, I got the new, I should have used that one today, the Castaway Key one from the Fantasy.
Fun.
Fantasy spirit jersey is really cute.
The Fantasy is awesome. I like the Fantasy a lot.
But yeah, I would say like the Turvis is really cute. Oh, get a model ship.
The model ship, yes.
Ship.
The model ships are cool. I like the model ships. Also, if you go to Castaway Key, check out the merchandise there. When we were on the island, I think it was, I don't know, it was when we bought all the merchandise. I think it was the first day we were on the island. I spoke to one of the cast members or crew members there, and and I asked, I'm like, are these new? And she said, most of them are new. But if you're talking on a calendar, they've been out for like 2 years. I guess they're new to us because there hasn't been cruising for a long time. But I guess they were released right before the shutdown. Yeah. So a lot of the stuff that we covered on Castaway. A lot of the stuff we covered on Castaway Key, the Castaway exclusive merch, that's all relatively new when you consider they've only been sailing for a few months at this point. So
I would also say get the cruise ship ornament.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Also, we've got some pins.
We never put them upstairs.
Yeah, we got some pins from the Magic. These are always fun, too, to collect. Although, there's nothing... These two right here, you can get at Disney Springs.
But I feel like it's better when it's...
Yeah, you can get these two pins from Disney Springs. This one we got as an exclusive for Marvel Day at Sea. So, this one's cool. I like this one.
Yeah.
And then, evidently, this is the new one.
Yeah, that's cute.
2022. I like that one a lot. So yeah, I just looked over and I happened to see that these pins were still here. We haven't put them up on our cork board yet. But yeah, I mean, it's always good to get some pins.
The atrium statue, that's what that person said too.
Yes, that's right.
They were out of the one for...
Yeah, they didn't have Mickey.
The Magic, yeah.
They didn't have Mickey. Mickey's the...
I would have bought it.
This is a cool statue, it really is. Are you going to get the Cinderella one on the Wish?
Yeah. I'm going to have no money after that. No more cruises after that. I don't have any money.
Go ahead.
But somebody said, my humble opinion, wait until the child is potty trained. True that.
Good point. Very good point.
That.
Yep. And then what did they write that? Oh, yes, we have a dream model ship. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The atrium statue is a cool one. I'm trying to think. You got the atrium statue. You've got the Wonder, which is what was it?
No, I
Ariel.
Donald.
No, Ariel's...
I don't have the Ariel.
No, I know. Donald's on the Dream.
Yeah.
And then I
have all the ships now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep, you've got all the ships now.
That was my next... That's what I said. The next time I go on, I'll get all the atrium statues.
There you go. Just collect each time. Now, something they weren't doing this go-around, which they've done before in the past, which was kind of a bummer, but I understand it, is the captain signing. What we used to do is we used to get the statues, and we would have, like, the model ship statue, and we would have the captain sign the actual one, and because they always write the maritime date on it, which was really cool. And then you know who your captain was that was on the ship during that time, but they weren't doing the signings, which understood. They weren't doing any signings this go around, but I don't even know what our captain, I forget his name. I usually am pretty good at remembering their names of the
I remember looking at it on that screen.
In the lobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Laura asks, which specialty cruise do you like the most? I'm doing maritime cruise for my first cruise. So we have done Halloween on the High Seas and now Marvel Day at Sea. Marvel Day at Sea, hands down.
We haven't done the maritime cruise. It's kind of tough for us to get the same time off from our jobs during that time. So I don't know when we're going to be able to do a maritime one, maybe down the road. But I have to say, Marvel Day at Sea was fun.
That was fun.
That was fun. I'm looking forward to the Pixar one too. That's kind of cool. Because Star Wars went away. If you don't know, some of the news was that the Star Wars Day at Seas are going away.
Probably because of the Galactic Star
Probably
Cruiser.
because of the Galactic Star Cruiser. And they're replacing it with Pixar Day at Sea, which is interesting.
Well, I'm intrigued
excited.
to see what they're gonna do.
You know, if I can meet a Wall-E, like an actual Wall-E robot. You know, they had one in the park at one point.
Yeah.
I remember years ago going to a Disney park. I want to say it may have been Epcot. And I remember watching Wall-E roll around, and like there was a gathering of people, and I was like, what's going on? And I kind of like snaked through to see, and it was
just like that.
It was Wall-E, and he was like and he was like talking to people. It was really cool. It was actually, he kept saying Eve. He kept wanting Eva. Like some kid would like look down at him and say something, and he'd be like, Eva, and like his eyes would,
Yeah.
It was so cool, and I've never seen him since. Like it was just that one time. And I love Wall-E. He's like one of my favorite Pixar characters. So if I could see him on a cruise,
yeah,
that'd be cool.
You should try staying in the new Star Wars hotel. That's just expensive.
Very expensive.
We don't get 50% off on that.
Cruise. No. The Disney Cruise Line's giving us 50% cruises on the next 2 cruises we go on.
Mm-hmm.
Galactic Star Cruiser is not a part of that discount.
No. Plus, like I said, I'm more of an introvert, so that is a lot of
It's cool though. Like I have to say, like if you're a kid, like I can't imagine and you like Star Wars, like that's got to be absolutely bonkers. Like
I will say they picked the best actors for that.
Yeah.
Film.
Yeah.
Like you're
Fantastic.
paying for the actors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like
they're pretty great.
Yeah.
I have to say. I mean, and even like
they're close to each other.
Yeah, I thought that was weird. Like
there's no character meet and greets there's sightings, but like they're 6 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
But these actors are like, oh, great job, you did the lightsaber, whatever they say.
They're right next to you, next to you, which I thought was interesting.
Kind of crazy.
Kind of makes you wonder what's around the corner in the parks if they're doing it at the hotel.
Someone asked, will the characters at least do autographs? Unfortunately, not yet.
Are you talking about on the cruise or?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, on the cruise. Yeah, there's still distance on the cruise.
Yeah.
But I will say,
I feel like it's coming. Like
it's coming soon. Like, because we've noticed in a few situations, like on the decks when we ran into characters, they didn't have barriers. They were just further away. Like they had spots on the ground that you could stand on.
Yeah, they were
kind of like what they have in the parks.
Yeah.
I feel like it's coming real soon. Like it's coming real soon. I really do.
Luke wants super subscriber merchandise. So do I.
That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
We need to get to a certain threshold of subscribers before we're able to, and I think I mentioned this before in a previous live stream, is there are ways to start merchandise, but I don't really want to go down that avenue quite yet. It's a lot of responsibility, and you also want to make sure that the quality of what you're sending out is good. You don't want to send out junky merchandise.
Yeah.
If you get a certain threshold on, I think it's 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, which we're over halfway there.
Tell your friends to subscribe.
Yeah, right. Then it allows you to have the shop on YouTube.
And they deal with it, right?
Yeah, and YouTube handles all. So if you have any issues with things getting delayed or merchandise issues, maybe there's a hole in the shirt for whatever reason, YouTube handles it. So I think that's just easier for us and long term. But I've already got ideas of what type of merchandise we'd have. Super subscriber merchandise for sure.
I want a pink super subscriber shirt.
What about a Spirit jersey?
Yes.
A Tourist Trek Spirit jersey.
I would totally rock that.
So you might have seen us before in some videos wear a shirt or wear like a polo of the Tourist Trek. We're testing things out, but I don't think you're going to see anything to the public until we're able to easily put it on YouTube. I don't want you guys to have to go to another
one-stop shop.
Yeah, I don't want to go to a third-party website to have to get it. I think it's just easier to do it right on YouTube, personally.
Yeah. Nathaniel and Drake says, what about like the Walt Disney Suite and Concierge? I would love that. Maybe with our 50%.
Right? I know. I heard a very famous YouTuber recently went on one, and it looks pretty fancy.
Yeah.
It looks pretty fancy. But we're not there yet. Right now we're in the finishing stages of the Wish, which the Wish is pretty much set in stone at this point.
Yeah.
And then the later one later in the year. I'm thinking what we're gonna do is probably we'll we'll kick off this season with the Magic. We'll have our mid-season, excitement with the Wish. And then at the end of the year, we'll finish it with another cruise.
We're not sure what one yet, but we'll get there.
Yes, we'll get there.
So.
It'd be really cool to do the Wonder, though. Then I can say I did a Grand Slam.
And I can get my Spirit jersey.
What's a Grand... What if you go on 5 cruises? Is that a Grand Slam? Because a Grand Slam in baseball is 4 runs.
No,
so
it's 4 ships.
Yeah, so 4 ships. But if you do the Wish...
4 different ships.
Then it would be the 5th. So you're going to go on your...
Super Grand
What's
Slam.
a 5? What happens if you go on all 5 ships? It's not a Grand Slam. I wonder what it would be.
Touchdown!
I wonder what it would be. Anyway, you're going to be a gold... well, actually, technically, this one's already a gold Castaway
Bougie.
Club member. Yeah, she's 1 cruise ahead of me. She
you're
went on
not
the...
going on one without me.
I know. She went on the Wonder many years ago. So
Yeah.
she's actually a gold cruise member now.
Yeah.
So we'll have the gold lanyards the next time we're on. And I'll be a fake one because I'm one behind her.
You have to wear the silver still.
I have to wear the silver.
Somebody says a quint slam.
A quint slam? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like, what would you call it? Like, because...
Awesome. That's what you would call it.
I don't know. There's going to be some term that'll come up and then...
Yeah, I'm sure.
They'll call it that.
Luke tried egg worms. Oh, on the Star Cruiser.
Ooh.
Oh, it's a replacement for egg. It's vegan. Huh.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. The food does look very exotic.
I don't know if you'd eat a lot of that. You would starve for 3 days.
Starving.
So we went to Batu. And
Batu.
You can have a, what was it called? The quit tip yip.
Oh, the chicken. Well, it's chicken, but it's the yip tip. Something like that. Yip tip, I think, is what it's called. I did it in a video. I can't remember what it was called.
Yeah.
What else? We got the cruises coming up. What else do we have planned? We've got some. We want to go to the next few days while we're off for this week. Because it's actually this one's birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday!
Thank you. It's on Saturday.
Yep. So we're gonna go to. I think we're gonna go out west to Tampa. We're thinking about going out to Tampa.
I want to go to the Tampa Zoo.
Want to go to the Tampa Zoo. We also want to go on Iron Gwazi because that's open now.
And then
Iron
I want to go on... I don't know if I want to go on Icebreaker. That looks scary, but...
But you'll go on Iron Gwazi?
I don't like the part where it pauses backwards and I look down.
She had a huge anxiety attack on
Tigress. I'll never do that again.
Tigress at Busch Gardens. Tigress, if you remember, goes in a complete loop type of thing. Like you go backwards and then forwards and then backwards again, and that kind of freaked you out.
But the guy in the tower was so funny. He's like...
Because Tigress is a Bengal tiger, I believe.
Yeah.
But Iron Gwazi opens up soon. Or actually, it's already open.
It was open.
We're going there soon to ride Iron Gwazi. I'm excited for Iron Gwazi.
Valerie says hi, and then thank you, everybody.
Yeah, all the happy birthday wishes. Thanks. Yeah, so we have the week off. We'll do some stuff. We're gonna be doing stuff that Jen wants to do.
Yeah, I have a list.
Gotta go see some animals, some zoos. It's very animal centric.
A little adulting, but not a lot of adulting.
Jen loves her animals. The Brevard Zoo was fun. I want to go there at some point. Just watching your video.
I'll go there again.
I know.
Although apparently, you know that part when I walk through the birds, they have it closed off right now because apparently there's bird flu right now.
Ooh, there's a bird flu?
Yeah, that they closed. I don't know if it's open again. But
interesting. I didn't know there was a bird flu.
Happy birthday! Thank you. Luke Roberts tried the blue shrimp. I am intrigued by that.
It's so gross. It's so nasty.
Drake says, did you like pre-COVID cruises better or the COVID-based cruises? I liked that it wasn't so busy.
It was empty. It was empty.
There wasn't too much different. Like, you still met the characters even though it was distance, but they still interacted with you the same. But you got some really cool photo opportunities, like the princesses. Okay, Tom.
It's making himself known.
Either one was fine. I want him to get back to normal, but at the same time, I liked it. Not so busy.
I'll say that the whole boarding process was kind of stressful. And honestly, we didn't cover a lot of that just because it's not fun and stressful doing the whole testing thing, and you just don't know, waiting for the result.
Yeah, that was a little stressful.
That was other than that, like it felt like I will say the lack of a deck party was kind of odd.
That's the worst part. Okay, that is. I mean, you can't skip it, but it's skippable.
Yeah.
I missed the sailing away party.
Yeah, like, the sailing away party was cool. So that's the lack of a deck party, the embarkation. Other than that, the characters were distanced, but it didn't feel that way. Like, there were many times on Marvel Day at Sea, I'm like, this is great. Yeah. Like, we got close to Black Panther. Yeah. These are...
It was cool because when we posed, he got a little closer, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like...
Yep. So, and Spider-Man, like, we got close to a lot of the characters, which I thought was cool. So, there are parts that, you sit there. I will say Cabanas took a hit for me. Yeah. Cabanas was not nearly as enjoyable, a buffet. Obviously, they're not doing the buffet portion. So, all the areas... And we didn't really cover too much of this in the video because we're just trying to get our feet wet because it's been the first time cruising in like 2 plus years. So, when you were in Cabanas, it was... obviously what used to be all buffet. You just kind of go up and it's the same content or same content, same food options at every station. And so you can go here, you can go there.
They kind of divided the first day, but then the second day they're like free for all.
I don't know. The Cabana food, it was like a third of what they normally have. That's why I actually enjoyed going to the dine-in restaurants for breakfast.
Yeah.
Like, I enjoyed that more because they had a bigger slew of options. Whereas that first day, it was like, all right, here's some chicken tenders and some French fries. And that was it. Like, I don't know. That's a big difference. Otherwise, you know what? At the end of it, I felt happy.
Yeah.
At the end of it. Like, I didn't feel like we got a shortened version of it.
I wasn't disappointed. The only thing I was disappointed was the sail away.
Yeah, and Castaway Key was empty, which was really cool.
Well, we were also on a smaller ship.
Smaller ship at a smaller capacity. But that was definitely a pleasant sight to see like no one there. I mean, we had the adult beach, the family beach. We stayed on the family beach and there was no one around. It was kind of weird, kind of surreal.
My mom said we should do Bach Tower Gardens.
Bach Tower Gardens is a cool one. Maybe we'll have to go there at some point.
We haven't vlogged that, but we've been, so.
Well, we were going to vlog it at one point.
Oh, yeah.
And I lost my camera.
No. That was pre-vlogging. That was when we were doing the Facebook stuff.
Yep.
So we just did like little videos on Facebook, and we went to Vero Beach, and on the way back, Brandon realized he left his GoPro.
I left my camera in the room.
They sent it to us though,
they did.
So that was awesome.
That was a stressful day. I was hard to relax, but Bach Tower Gardens is a huge floral garden area, like hundreds of different types of plants and a really cool tower, clock tower. That there's actually a person that goes up there and plays, like, it's not an organ, it's the bells. Like, I don't even know what that instrument's called. But it's like they play the bells. Yeah. It's really kind of cool.
And then RSTA says, we got into Orlando a few days earlier for our cruise, and we were thinking of visiting the Disney Character Warehouse. Do you have any advice for when to arrive? Have you been recently? Any cruise merch? We don't really go there, just because it's literally on the other side of town. Yeah. So... but I do need to go to that shopping center soon because I need new shoes. And I like the Skechers outlet over there. So
that warehouse, the Character Warehouse, it's a store in an outdoor like outlet mall. They have merchandise that's being liquidated and gotten rid of from Disney, but it's Disney owned. The only reason we don't record there, because there's a lot of people that record there. I've heard stories about how the cast members don't like people recording there, and I can understand. It's not a theme park, it's it's a store. Like, you don't want big heavy cameras going through there. So like, if you do go, you have to be very discreet, and I don't like to put people in uncomfortable positions like that. So we have not gone there, but if we do go there, we would take pictures of the merchandise.
Yeah, if we do ever end up over there, I'll like do some Instagram.
But they got some interesting stuff there. I mean, sometimes like when we've gone, it's like a mixed bag. You have no idea what you're going to walk into.
It's either great or it's not.
Yeah, you either walk in there and you're just like, oh my gosh, this is stuff that I've walked past 1,000 times in the parks and had no interest in buying. And then there's sometimes you're like, holy cow, I need to get this right now because this is like a third of the price that I would have seen it in the park. So it's kind of hit or miss. You never know what you're going to get.
Laura says, are you going to see a sloth? I think the Tampa Zoo has one.
Got to see the sloth.
I think the Tampa Zoo has one. But they also have, oh my God, what's that bird? That's not in many zoos.
I don't know.
It's the one with the big beak.
The one with a toucan?
No. It's tall. I'm going to look it up.
You're going to look it up? So the Tampa Zoo has it?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Tampa Zoo.
We got to see a sloth at some point.
Yeah. This thing.
What is that? What is that?
Gosh, what's it called? I guess visit the website, yeah.
What is that? I've never seen that.
Spoonbill stork. No, that's not what it is.
That's not it.
It's that thing.
That thing's ugly looking.
I don't want to subscribe to your newsletter.
Hold on. This is an ugly looking... Wait.
No, shoebill stork.
Shoebill stork.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to see that.
So this is kind of what it looks like. It's a shoebill stork.
Yeah, I want to see that.
It's kind of ugly looking.
I want to see it.
Is it a rare bird? Is that what it is?
It's just not in many zoos, I don't think.
Weird.
Isn't that the one that, like, bows to you or something? Isn't that... Wait.
You know more about this bird than I do.
Okay, I'll read
If I saw that, I wouldn't have thought it was a bird. I would have thought that was some, like... I don't know. It almost looks like a...
Thomas.
That's ugly looking.
I want to see it.
What's so significant? Is it just like a limited, like... Is it endangered?
Where's it from?
Like,
it's 5 feet tall.
I like... That's a big bird. That's a big bird. That's the size of a human.
Doesn't it? It like bows, I think, right? Is that what I'm thinking of? Or is that the deer?
We have to go see this bird now. You're talking it up. We have to see this bird.
I want to go see it.
Is it at it's at the Tampa Zoo?
Yeah.
All right. We need to see this creepy prehistoric looking bird.
He's not creepy. He's beautiful. Anyway.
All right. We're going to add that to the list. I got to write it down. We need to see creepy.
Justin says hi.
Creepy.
Hello.
Prehistoric.
Has the rain affected either of you? Oh my God, that rain that one day was so scary.
Ugly bird.
Oh my God, are you serious? You're putting it on my grocery list?
So we need to add that to the list of things we need to do.
The rain was crazy that one day.
Yeah, it was pretty
bad.
That
was absolutely terrifying.
Getting a lot. It's starting to get into the rainy season in Orlando. We're getting there. And it's going to rain every day.
Yeah. Someone asked, should we do the photo package on the cruise? Is it worth the price?
We did it.
Well, we didn't do the full package.
We did part.
We did 10 photos, so.
So we looked at it and so do you want to explain kind of what they did? They kind of restructured the photo. Like it's actual like PhotoPass now.
Yeah, that's what I heard at least.
So it's not, it used to be a third party company that used to take photos.
But now they do magic shots.
They do. And that's why we covered it on day 5 at Nassau. It's PhotoPass. Like Disney PhotoPass is training these people and they're run through Disney PhotoPass, and that allows them to do magic shots. So now we have magic shots on the cruise line, and we decided on that the day after Paulo, or it was the day of Paulo, but right afterwards, we walked out to the aft of the ship, and for about a 3-hour window,
he's out there.
He's out there, and he's giving magic shots. And we took a bunch of them, and then we went back to Shutters to check out the photos, and they were cool.
It was 10 for like $150. So
it's pricey.
That's the only thing that's a little...
Well, out of the, what was it? I think we had like 27 pictures.
Yeah, and we usually pick 10, yeah.
And because especially with Marvel Day at Sea and all the Marvel characters, the pictures on Castaway, there were some really cool photos in there. And they took very good photos too.
Yeah.
And that's why I said, you know what, let's go ahead and do it. And I wanted to put as many of those photos inside the videos as possible because they're really cool. And you get a nice little thumb drive. That probably cost them $10.
Yeah, and we're gonna get them printed and put some on the wall and stuff. We have a gift card for mixed tiles that we have to use.
Yep.
So
very cool. But take a look at it. It's free to get the pictures and then just stop by Shutters and take a look at it at some point, and you'll make the judge if it's best for you to go with it or not.
Mandy asks, best things for adults in Animal Kingdom, going in a couple for my 47th birthday. Well, happy early birthday. And
happy birthday.
Animal Kingdom is wonderful.
It's my favorite park.
So, all the animal trails, depending on when you come, Everest is down right now for refurbishment. But I would say, like, Nomad Lounge.
Nomad Lounge is cool.
So if you like to drink or even don't like to drink,
they got good food there too.
They have those mocktails too.
Mm-hmm.
But they have like the little bread service. Well, when we went ages ago, we haven't gone in a while. They have like a nice little bread service. Their food's really good. But what I like about it is it's like there's like couches and the flotillas go by.
It's very relaxing.
Like it's so nice.
Yeah.
I would also say can't miss the safari.
Yeah,
there's
Safari's
no stork
pretty
on there. So excited.
What's it called? It's called a shoebill
stork.
Shoebill stork.
Yeah, I think they bow.
I want to see this bowing bird so bad.
I don't know. I swear I saw a video where they bow or something. I'm telling you.
Yeah, Animal Kingdom's really cool. I think that's my favorite park. We go to Epcot probably the most just because there's more stuff to do at Epcot with the festivals. But
also don't miss Flight of Passage.
Yeah, you gotta go on Flight of Passage. So fun story about Flight of Passage. I've taken my mom, I've taken my dad, I've taken my sister, you've taken your mom, all on Flight of Passage. Every single person has raved about it. My mom, who used to be a flight attendant, says it's the closest thing she feels to actually flying. My dad couldn't stop raving about it. It is a really cool experience. It really is. It literally feels like you're flying.
How do you say that name? I don't want to mess it up.
Rodolfo?
Yeah, he says, "Hello guys, greeting from Brazil."
Wow, we're in Brazil.
He just passed his interview with Disney Cruise Line.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
I'm going to be working for the Port Adventures department. Hope to meet you soon.
Oh, that's so
board.
Cool. So cool. You'll have to let us
awesome.
know. Let us know at some point, either through our Instagram or even through YouTube. Let us know what ship, you end up going on, because that would be really cool. Yeah, he says he's going to be working in Port Adventures. We use the Port Adventures all the time. And I know that there's other cheaper ways to go about it, but I think I don't know. It's nice going through Disney personally. That's really cool. Congratulations. That's really awesome. You have to let us know what ship you're on. Maybe it's a ship that we're going to be on.
Hope you're good with the sea. Nathaniel says another strange looking bird is the vampire parrot. It looks really cool. Not sure. Oh my god, look it up.
Look it up now.
Vampire
What's it called?
parrot.
A vampire parrot?
Yeah.
I didn't realize there's this many different species of birds. I wonder if they have it at the zoo that you're thinking about going to.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that's a cool looking one.
Wow.
Here, show a picture that's neat.
I like this one. Oh, okay. You just tell
Look at that. That's a cool looking one. That's neat. It's kind of scary looking.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Oh, Mandy likes to drink. Okay, get the Jen's tattoo.
At
no
relation to this Jen.
I only got it because of my name.
So Jen's tattoo is
sweet.
Is very sweet, and it's got, what kind of fruit is it? Is it a star fruit?
Star fruit.
Is it star fruit? I can't remember. It's
star
some
fruit
type
and
of fruit.
hibiscus, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the Jen's tattoo drink is actually really good. And inside Nomad Lounge, I think the name Jen's tattoo comes from a cast member or a Disney Imagineer whose name was Jen and had tattoos all over.
Yeah.
And she's part of Joe Rohde's team that helped kind of put together Animal Kingdom, research Animal Kingdom. She's like a researcher and took pictures and stuff, and they were always intrigued with her tattoos. So the drink is called Jen's Tattoo.
Yeah.
So very cool.
Heather suggests try the rum blossom drink at the exit of Flight of Passage.
Ooh, I've not had the rum one. I've had the what was it's a sweet one,
regular, it's just sugar.
Yeah,
that's all it
straight
is.
Sugar.
It's just straight sugar.
I haven't had the rum version of that yet.
The regular version gives me a headache.
Yeah, it's very
so
sweet. It's very sweet. I might have to try it though.
Let's see. I'm sorry.
Comments are coming in rapid fire.
Laura says her niece was accepted into the Disney College program, and she will be there June to January. Well, where will she be working?
That's cool.
Well, come say hi.
Yeah. You were in the college program at one point. I think we talked about that a long time ago. You were in the college program, was it like
2010?
2010, yeah.
2010. God.
It's a long time ago.
Rodolfo says he doesn't know what ship he's going to be on yet.
Well, let us know when you
what
find
if we're
out.
on the Wish?
That would be cool.
Oh my God.
Did anyone see the Wish when they floated it out of the shipyard? That was cool. That was cool. They still haven't painted the name on the side of the ship though yet.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that.
Marla asks Eastern versus Western. We've only done.
We only did the Western, but we wanted Western. We only did the Western, and the Western's cool. The Eastern we have not done yet. I do want to do the Eastern. That was the one we were supposed to go on, the 8-night one, because I thought it would be cool to do a Western and an Eastern. From what I've heard, the Eastern has one extra sea day and one less port. So it's a sea day in exchange for a port day. So if you like ports and exotic ports, which we like, that's why we did the Western. And you go to some cool places on the Western. Cozumel's so much fun. So much fun in Cozumel. Grand Cayman is a blast. Jamaica's fun for, some people that like to go hike. Like, I think we would have enjoyed Jamaica if we did, because we booked the Jamaican excursion late.
Isn't it like the Good Hope Estates or something?
Yes,
like
that's
that?
what we did, which was okay. I wouldn't recommend that one. The one that a lot of the people at our table went on was like the hiking. They like hiked up a mountain and then past a waterfall, and they said it was absolutely breathtaking. So I think there's some cool port excursions.
I think it was at that same place, but we didn't do that part.
Yep. Yeah. So you go to some really cool ports, and then of course Castaway. But I want to do the Eastern because I had Tortola and St. Kitts and St. Thomas.
We had it booked.
And Puerto Rico. There's some really cool spots in the Eastern Caribbean, and I would love to go out there. I really do.
Mandy asks, do you recommend heading straight to Flight of Passage early in the morning or waiting until later in the afternoon? That is up to you.
I would almost do it early.
Early?
Early, yeah.
You could do it early, or you could do it right before park closed.
Yeah, either or. But I would
Depends.
probably...
Okay, it's your vacation. If you want to wake up super early, go for it. But if you want to sleep in, don't I don't know. I feel like everybody plans their trip around the rides when they should just be really just focusing on fun. So I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
So
I would say that early is probably better, but it's fun. You'll be happy with it. If you get on it, you'll be happy. You'll be happy, and it doesn't matter how early you woke up. So.
And Mandy, it's okay. We're talking about anything. So she's
What's that?
She's like, sorry, I just realized this is a cruise base for them, and
no,
that's totally fine.
We don't care.
Fine.
That's the whole point.
Look, we do everything, not just cruises. So
yeah. What else do we got?
Heather says we are going on an Eastern in August.
That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be awesome. Eastern cruise in August is. Which one does that go to? Do you know? Because there's several variations of Easterns. There's some that go to St. Kitts. There's some that go to St. Thomas. There's some that go to Puerto Rico. Mm-hmm. There's some really cool ones. There's some really cool itineraries. So you can probably go on an Eastern multiple times and not get the same ports each time.
Yeah. Ryan asks, was the water warm at Castaway?
I don't know. You went in it.
I didn't go. Well, I put a toe in. I didn't go any farther. I'm a wimp, so I thought it was cold.
In what was it? February?
It was warm. Wasn't it?
It was February. It was cold.
Oh yeah.
It was a little chilly.
Oh, cold. I thought you meant before.
No. It was a little chilly. It was a little chilly when we went. I mean, that first day when we went parasailing was actually chilly.
I was
for
cold.
Castaway.
But then, when they dipped us, the water was warm, and then I got cold when I got out.
Yeah. So when we went the first day to Castaway, it was it had just, what was it, rain? It was like it was one of the really bad nor'easter storms that went through 2 days before we got there. Somebody said that the cruise before us, they had to dock at Castaway at night, a very rare night docking, because it was unsafe to do it during the day because of the winds.
The girl who did the bikes was telling us.
Yeah, she was saying that it was actually very unsafe for them to dock, so they had to dock the night before, which that would have been cool to see a docking at Castaway at night, honestly. But it was actually really cold. The second day we were there was gorgeous, though. It was absolutely gorgeous.
So Heather says it's St. Thomas, Tortola, and Castaway Key.
Okay.
And
cool.
Nathaniel
That's awesome.
says we will be doing a cruise in 3 to 4 years. Totally worth it. Ken says, for the princess meet and greet, do you still need a reservation? Not right now. And then he asked something, what if you just want to meet Minnie and Daisy in princess costumes? They don't wear princess costumes on the cruise ship. I think they do for Halloween though.
They might for Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think in Halloween they do, but on the cruise we went on, they were more you had a better chance of seeing them in their Marvel costumes. Because it was Marvel Day
so
at sea.
Cute.
But the kind of touch on that, the princess meet and greets, we met the princesses from a distance on the staircase.
That was I love that photo.
It was spontaneous.
I love that photo. It's my favorite
The
one.
only thing we had to book was the
Marvel.
It was Iron Man and Black Panther.
Yeah.
As one, and then Groot, Star-Lord, and Spider-Man as a separate one.
Yeah.
And it was free to do, but you just had to make sure you did it ahead of time because it was a hard ticket reservation.
Yeah. PBJ9011 says, we found your channel through planning for our cruise.
Oh, cool.
We will be doing a 7-day Eastern in December, and I can't wait.
I really want to do an Eastern. I also want to do a Southern. I mean, this is just me pie in the sky, but if you've seen some of the Southern ones, they look really cool. Like I know that the Fantasy has done a Southern cruise before. That's like a 9-night cruise, and it really is a cool itinerary. I think it makes a stop in San Juan, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and me, I just want to do all of them. Like,
I want to do a Mediterranean one. There's a lot of them that are really cool.
I'd like to even do the Italy ones because you're on the ship, and I don't have to move my stuff from one hotel to the next.
That's why I think
to
cruising,
see something different.
Yeah, that's why I think cruising is the best form of travel. It gives you a little bit, an inch deep, a mile wide. If you think about it, you get a little taste of everything.
Yeah.
Without being dumped into the world, so you get a little bit of every little culture, and then you don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to pack your stuff.
And if you didn't like it, then you're back in the ship.
Yeah, and there's stuff to do at the ship. So I think it's the best form of travel personally. But yeah, I agree. There's some really cool itineraries. I know the Mediterranean cruises are cool. The Greek Isles.
What's that Panama Canal one, right?
I want to do that too. Yeah. That would have been. They just completed, or they're finishing up a Panama Canal cruise.
Yeah.
The Wonder, because it goes from Texas and New Orleans over through the Panama Canal and over to California to begin its Baja cruises, and then it goes into the Alaska cruises.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's a lot of cool cruises out there that I eventually want to conquer.
Yeah.
I think it'll be really cool.
Well, every year I go through.
That's true.
So I'm these are the ones I particularly want to do.
Yep. So we've got a lot of fun ones that are coming up soon. So hopefully you guys will tag along. If you have any other questions, let us know. We've got to start planning our day tomorrow, because tomorrow we're going to start doing some more birthday fun stuff.
Yeah.
We're going to be going to...
You want to try and do Flower and Garden tomorrow?
Yeah, I want to do Flower and Garden. I want to do Flower and Garden. Tampa Zoo. I want to go to Mardi Gras. There's a lot of things that we want to do that we've kind of pushed off because of the cruise and editing the videos to get them out to you guys as soon as possible. So...
My mom says, I think September on the Fantasy would be a great cruise. Mom, we've done that itinerary.
Your mom's going on the Western cruise?
No, he's going
Western Caribbean.
Is she going Western?
Western Caribbean, yeah.
What you don't know is my mom and stepdad go on the cruises with us, but they don't want to be filmed, so they hang out with us. And that's also why we kind of like to do dinner, just us, because we get to hang out with them. And I kind of got them hooked on it. So.
Any other Orlando suggestions?
Tampa Zoo.
It's not in Orlando.
That's true.
Let's see. Orlando's got some cool stuff. The Orlando Eye was really neat.
I didn't do that.
That was fun. The Orlando Eye, you got Universal, you got SeaWorld, you got the Central Florida Zoo, which is cool. What's up?
There's some really fun escape rooms, too.
Yes.
We have a lot of fun. I want to do that for my birthday, too.
An escape room?
Yeah.
All right, I'll add it to the list, along with seeing the ugly prehistoric bird. We'll add that to the list.
She says, we have 4 days there visiting from Clearwater Beach. I want to go to the Clearwater Marine Aquarium. That's also on my list.
Have you been to the Clearwater Aquarium?
Me?
No. Have they?
No, I don't think. Well, she's going to Clearwater Beach.
Oh, visiting from Clearwater Beach.
Oh, I want to go to the Clearwater Marine Aquarium.
Let us know. Because we've never been to the Clearwater Marine Aquarium. I know that's something that you kind of want to go check out.
Yeah.
So
I wish I got to see it when Winter was there, but
Winter the dolphin.
she passed away.
Yeah, the dolphin. The story on Winter was that she was a.
She lives down the street. Oh my god.
Oh, that's cool.
So bad.
You have to let us know how it is, because I think that's something we want to try and check out.
Yeah,
So.
I don't know if it'll be this vacation or a different vacation, but.
Okay.
What was your favorite dessert on the cruise? Any recommendation? Okay, Paulo.
Paulo had some the limoncello. I had the limoncello.
The raspberry crunch thing. Oh my god.
I don't know. There were some really good desserts. I really liked the. I had a rum cake on the Pirate Night. The limoncello was good though. It really was. That was a really good dessert.
He said it so cool.
Yeah, well, he was from Italy, so.
Mandy says it's brand new. The old one wasn't great, but they recently remodeled it.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so yes, I've noticed a difference in the cruise experience since the shutdown. Not necessarily worse, but definitely different. Some of that may be due to staffing issues as well as just taking the steps to get back to full capacity.
You're probably right about that, Justin. So I think I even mentioned it to you. I thought it was interesting that this particular cruise, you'll notice we didn't put too many of the night adult activities in it like we did in previous cruises, and that's because they didn't have a nighttime club host.
Like it was different people.
Yeah, it was a
Tisa
rotation.
was great. If Tisa was it like the whole time, I know I like the other guy too, but Tisa just had like a way with like I don't think it was her laugh.
The previous two cruises that we had Chris as the nightclub host.
What's my name? Chris.
He was great, and it's my understanding that they've kind of scaled back the amount of people that they have on the ship.
Yeah,
makes sense, but you might be right. Maybe in the next few months, because it already is ramping up. I've been telling Jen, I'm like, they sold out the Wish entirely, so that ship is 100% capacity. That tells me that in the near future, other ships are going to be at 100% capacity. So I would imagine that the reopening of the cruise line is in the near future. Near future.
Mandy says, anything to do with Clearwater Beach, I'm happy to help. I haven't been to the new aquarium, but hear good things.
Cool. All right, so that's on the list.
Because I did read reviews that said it wasn't like great, but I knew they remodeled, so I didn't know if that was pre-model or after. So I'll have to give that a try. Oh my god, I'm so excited. They have the pelican from the movie too.
Another bird. This is another bird.
Little Piggy QT says, I'm worried about the PCR test to get on the ship while visiting the parks before the start of my cruise. I will say that 2 weeks before the cruise, I know I don't have to wear a mask, but I totally did just because I did not want to not get on that ship. So,
especially when we were driving several hours to Miami, we did not want to be in the position where we got turned away. So the PCR test was a little nervous, but I will say that they were very friendly throughout the whole process. Like it didn't feel scary at all. The atmosphere was a little tense with some people because you just don't know. Like you don't know what's going to happen, but you don't want to be that person that has it but doesn't realize they have it because you're asymptomatic. But we were very fortunate that we were able to get on and seeing that security guy at the beginning. I had to put him in the video.
He's like,
he was so great. He was doing it to everybody,
and it really made you feel like you're already relieved, and then you have this guy like cheering for you.
Yes, he was so great. The security guard, I had to keep him in there because he was rallying you. He was a cheerleader. He's like, what are you doing? He's like, get on over here. Get on the ship. He was so much fun. I had to put him in there. Anyway.
Yeah, Luke, it's like the Galactic Star Cruiser where if you want to wear a mask, you can. Yeah. If not. And now, after our cruise, you don't have to wear the mask inside anymore. So
They lifted that like a week after we got off.
So it's optional.
Anyway. All right. Well, if you guys have any other questions, let us know.
I just got back from Clearwater, spent a few days in the area with my kids. Was a lot of fun. Okay, cool. We're going to Clearwater.
We'll have to check it out. All right.
Thanks.
We'll have to check it out. Disney World, Universal Studios, Disney Cruise in one trip. Wow. That's pretty busy.
Well, I would do...
How would you do it in order? Like, what order would you do it in?
I would probably do... I don't know.
I always feel very exhausted after a Disney cruise, so I would almost do the Disney cruise last. Yeah. Because you kind of want that, like, cherry at the end, like that.
Or
So,
I would do like Disney World because you have 4 parks.
Yeah.
Then Disney Cruise Line, and then Universal, because sometimes it's, I don't know.
I would do the cruise last, personally, because I sleep like a baby once I get back from the cruise.
Yeah.
All the time. So,
I always feel like I need a week off after my cruise.
I would say that the cruise, personally, I would do it last. Disney World, I would probably do... I would do Universal. Here we go. Universal. Then do Disney World to kind of get you in the mood for Disney. Then do the Disney cruise last. That's what I would do. That's my final answer.
Bill asked, do you think they will stop testing at the port?
Yes, eventually. I mean, they can't be doing it forever. Like, eventually,
it's so stressful.
With the way things are shaping in the world, it seems like they're kind of... It's moving away from that.
Yeah.
I think eventually they'll do that. But I don't know when. I'm hoping that the next time we get on a cruise, we won't have to go through that. But you never know. But I will say that eventually down the road, it will be done. They'll stop doing that.
Yeah.
Even they're saying it's becoming more like a seasonal flu, and they don't test for the seasonal flu on cruises. So I would imagine that down the road, that will go away.
Love you, Mom. Justin says, we went to the Dali Museum. Okay, I've heard of that too.
Oh, that's cool.
I've heard
Salvador
of that too.
Dali.
Yeah.
He was one of my favorite artists.
For some reason, I thought that was in Miami.
Salvador Dali is definitely out west. Walt Disney was a huge fan of Salvador Dali. That's why.
Isn't there a Dali Museum in Miami too, though?
Maybe.
I don't know. Do you guys know what capacity they're sailing at? Not a lot.
We asked several cast members, and we kind of got the same answer from them. I don't know if it's an answer that Disney kind of told them to say, but we were told anywhere from 40 to 50%.
It didn't feel like it, though.
It was pretty empty. There were some areas that I looked around and I said, wow, there's like no one here.
Oh, Justin says it's in St. Pete. That's right. I love St. Pete. I've been to St. Pete. You haven't, have you?
We went to go see the Tampa Bay Rays there.
I stayed over in St. Pete. I guess
St. Petersburg is where the Tampa Bay Rays are.
Oh.
Yeah.
I went to the Pink Hotel there.
Okay.
So, Little Piggy QT starts in Miami and do 3 national parks. I want to do some national parks too. Then went to WDW and then cruise. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Do you think Castaway Key is too cold in the winter? Thinking of going in January. It's weird. The first day it was cold. The second day it was fine.
Plan for 60 degrees. If you're going in January, plan for a high of like 60, 65 degrees.
Yeah.
And a little bit of a breeze. So maybe a sweater. I mean, you could probably get away with something like that.
Unless you're a wimp like me. It's the Dali Museum's right behind the stadium.
Oh, okay.
So next time we go to Tampa Bay Rays,
I didn't know that it was right next to. It's behind Tropicana Field. Oh, I didn't know that. Interesting.
So next time we see the Tampa Bay Rays, we'll go to Dali. We'll go early, go to the Dali Museum because that traffic was horrible, and go to the Tampa Bay.
Do you want to go see the Rays again?
I want to see this thing.
That was our favorite part of the game.
St. Pete has a new $80 million pier that is a must visit.
I remember sitting at the game and watching the game, and I looked over and I said something to you, and you weren't even watching the game. You were looking over at the Rays spinning around in the tank. You love animals. There's nothing wrong with that.
I was like, they're watching the game, and I'm not watching the game.
Well, there's like the clapping, like the Rays are going like this. Like, it was really funny.
Nice.
Super fun.
Yeah.
That was a cool video just because it was different. It was different than what we normally do.
I guess some other YouTubers said hi, so hello.
Oh, hey, everybody.
That's the last comment I got.
All right. Well, if you guys have any other further questions, drop it in below. Otherwise, we're going to get on out of here because we've got to get ready for tomorrow. We're going to be going. We've got to get the camera equipment ready because we're going to.
We got to charge the batteries.
Yep, got to charge the batteries. These are things that you guys never have to deal with, but we have to. So charging the batteries, getting the camera ready, SD card, all that stuff. So
I got to work out.
Yeah. So if you guys enjoyed tonight's live stream, we like to do about one a month. That's kind of what we shoot for. Hit that like button, let us know. And if you haven't yet, definitely subscribe because there's going to be more cruise vlogs down the way. There's going to be cool stuff. We're going to Tampa area, Clearwater.
We're going to the zoo.
Going to the zoo. Gonna go check out Iron Gwazi. There's a lot of cool things. We're gonna keep on trekking forward. So hopefully,
trekking.
Hey, I like that. So if you guys enjoyed it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And until next time, see you real soon. And I don't know how I'm gonna turn this
I'll
off.
hold my hand here awkwardly.
Because I flipped the camera around.
Bye.